Despite what we've thought about the past 12 months and the dreaded pandemic, we've made it through to the end of the year. It's nearly Christmas and we've got a lot to be grateful for. Christmas is a time that brings us many pleasant memories, even of our earliest childhood in the company of our family and friends. But what I look forward to is cozying up on the couch with some warm cinnamon apple cider, a big comfy sweater, and putting on this year's Hallmark Christmas movie. Let's have a look at this year's Hallmark Channel's Christmas movie 2020 lineup. Number 10, Good Morning Christmas. Premiering Wednesday, November 25th at 7 p.m. Central. Starring Alison Sweeney and Mark Blucas. Two competing TV hosts are sent to a festive small town over Christmas. While pretending to get along for the sake of appearances, they discover that there's more to each other than they thought. While expecting this to be as funny as Anchorman, this seems to have a more serious plot, so for being a fairly typical romance story, my personal rating for this story is 2 out of 5 stars. Number 9, Christmas by Starlight. Premiering Thursday, November 26th at 7 p.m. Central. Starring Kimberly Susted and Paul Campbell. Annie, a lawyer, must help her loved ones this holiday season. Her family's restaurant, the Starlight Cafe, is slated for demolition. The heir to the development firm responsible, William, makes her an unlikely proposition. He'll spare the cafe if Annie spends the week appearing as the legal counsel his father is demanding he hire in the wake of some costly mistakes. With the pandemic impacting so many restaurants around the world and in my neighborhood, you can bet I'm rooting for the small business underdog. My personal rating for this story is 3 out of 5 stars. Number 8, 5-Star Christmas, premiering Friday, November 27th at 7 p.m. Central. Starring Bethany Joy Lenz and Victor Webster. After moving back to her hometown, Lisa plots with her siblings and grandparents to help her father's new bed and breakfast get a 5-star review from an incognito travel critic, but ends up falling for him, not know he is the real critic. Another small business underdog story, but with a more personal plot line. Come on. Grandparents plotting 5-star reviews. I only wish my grandparents knew how to use YouTube and hit the like button. My personal rating for this story is 4 out of 5 stars. Number 7, Christmas Waltz. Premiering Saturday, November 28th at 7 p.m. Central. Starring Lacey Chabert, Will Kemp and J.T. Church. After Avery's storybook Christmas wedding is cancelled unexpectedly, dance instructor Roman helps her rebuild her dreams. Who wouldn't want a storybook Christmas wedding? Well, I know I wouldn't. While it's pretty outside, it's usually about -4 degrees Fahrenheit. My personal rating for this story is 2 out of 5 stars. Number 6, If Only I Had Christmas. Premiering Sunday, November 29th at 7 p.m. Central. Starring Candace Cameron Bure and Warren Christie. Kansas City publicist Darcy Candace ventures to the Emerald Education Trust for the job of a lifetime, helping VP Glen Goodman and his team find the know-how, courage, and heart to help a charity in need of Christmas. Darcy and Glen begin to realize they have everything in common. However, Glen's surprise revelations at the big Christmas gala just may end to their promising romance before it has really gotten started. I love a good office romance, so sign me up for this. My personal rating for this story is 4 out of 5 stars. Number 5, Christmas in Evergreen, Bells Are Ringing. Premiering Saturday, December 5th at 7 p.m. Central. Starring Holly Robinson Peete, Rakia Bernard, Antonio Caone, Barbara Niven, Colin Lawrence and Ashley Williams. As Michelle's wedding approaches, Hannah steps up to help finish the launch of the new Evergreen Museum while questioning her relationship and future with Elliot. This movie has promise, though I'm not fully sure just yet, so I'll be adding this one to my PVR. Seems like we'll be seeing an office romance sprinkled with a love triangle. My personal rating for this story is 3 out of 5 stars. Number 4, Christmas She Wrote. Premiering Sunday, December 6th at 7 p.m. Central. Starring Danica McKellar and Dylan Neal. When Kaylee, a romance writer, has her column cancelled right before Christmas, she heads home to reconnect with her family. Kaylee gets an unexpected visit from the man who cancelled her column, who fights not only to bring her back to the publisher but also for her heart. As a self-proclaimed creative genius myself, I get what it feels like not to have a video script I've written to not hit with my audience, so I can only imagine what Kaylee is going through. This is geared up to be my favorite as I feel it's a story I most relate to. My personal rating for this story is 5 out of 5 stars. Number 3, Love, Lights, Hanukkah. Premiering Saturday, December 12th at 7 p.m. Central. Starring Mia Kirshner, Ben Savage and Marilu Henner. As Christina prepares her restaurant for the busiest time of year, she gets back her DNA test revealing that she's Jewish. The discovery leads her to a new family and an unlikely romance over 8 nights. A third small business restaurant movie, this is clearly the tune of what 2020 has turned out to be. The DNA test revealing she is Jewish is a cool twist, and I think I'll be firmly planting myself on the couch with this flick. My personal rating for this story is 4 out of 5 stars. Number 2, A Christmas Carousel. Premiering Saturday, December 19th at 7 p.m. Central. Starring Rachel Boston and Neal Bledsoe. When Lila is hired by the royal family of Marcadia to repair a carousel, she must work with the prince to complete it by Christmas. Got to love when a movie creates a make-believe country, Marcadia. This Christmas I'm not feeling the storybook vibe, so my personal rating for this plot is 2 out of 5 stars. Number 1, Christmas Comes Twice. Premiering Sunday, December 13th at 7 p.m. Central. Starring Tamara Mowry Housley, Michael Xavier and Cheryl Lee Ralph. Cheryl Jenkins is an astrophysicist who works for the National Science Foundation reviewing grant application for projects, although she'd prefer to be working on a project of her own. Cheryl heads home to spend the holidays with her sister, Trish. While there, Cheryl sees a carousel in the distance and ventures over to take a ride. When the revolutions wind down, Cheryl discovers it's 5 years earlier. Dissatisfied where she is in life, Cheryl sees this as a chance to change her path by making different choices. She spends time with her frenemy George and starts to see George in a new light. But when the carousel returns Cheryl to present-day Christmas with lesson learned, will the love she found be waiting for her? Finishing the list strong. I'm not gonna lie, one of my favorite sci-fi flicks is Back to the Future, so I'm digging this one too. I feel it's got a strong plotline and I'm all for self-discovery and personal growth. My personal rating for this story is 4 out of 5 stars. If you have enjoyed this Hallmark Christmas Movie 2020 lineup, please hit the like button. I would love for you to subscribe too. Finally, if any of the upcoming movies stood out for you, please leave a comment below on which movie you think you'll definitely be watching this Christmas.